Hi you guys, it's Stephanie with Coffee Paper Scissors. I'm doing an updated craft room tour finally. I'm standing outside the hallway so you guys can kind of get an outside the room view. I've moved things around. I told you guys a while back, I showed you how I was trying to reconfigure and I was like, nope, I'm stuck. But some people suggested that I put my desk coming out right here and I thought, I'm not gonna like it. You guys, I love it. So whoever suggested that, thank you very much. Let's go ahead and go on in. I'm gonna close the door and I'm hoping the window being open doesn't cause a problem. I'm gonna close the door so that we can see what's behind it and all that kind of stuff. Slowly back up so you guys don't get sick. Okay, so when I'm sitting at my desk, this is my view. And then my workspace. So here's my desk. I've cleaned everything up. I even took piles out so you guys wouldn't see piles. Behind my desk is this workspace. We'll talk about that and I'll back up, and let you guys see everything. And my sewing area. So now I can just spin my chair around and sew, which I like. All right, so let's just start with behind the door. I have nothing hanging on the door because behind the door, I have hung these shoe things that you put like on the back of a door. I've hung those and put all of my paper punches in them. And those are paper punches that I have collected from thrift stores. I bought very few of them brand new and I'm running out of space. Okay, and then I have them screwed in up here. I have them screwed into I know what they're called. The things, the pieces of wood, the 2x4s behind. I have them screwed in. So if you guys choose to do something like this, these things are stinking heavy, the punches. So make sure you're hitting a stud. That's what it is. Make sure you're hitting a stud or they'll just fall right on the floor. Okay, so then I have this shelf here. I have a beautiful picture from Artist at the top of my shelf. I have a couple of journals, some that I've purchased and some that were gifted to me. And just some of the things that I use. This is my button collection. I went and found these jars at Hobby Lobby, fortunately on sale. I hit the 50% off sale when I found them and there were enough. So you guys, that's probably not, it's not even all of my buttons, but it's most of my buttons. So I separated them out by color. And at first I didn't think I would like that, but it is way better. Huge, huge improvement. And then just some things that I kind of grabbed for are here on this shelf. And then down below it's sitting on the cube things. So I just have paper there, some embossing things, little sewing things. I pull those out every now and then, but for the most part it's for actually sewing clothes when somebody's got a hole. And these things here are new. I found them on Amazon. So inside of this, I have mostly 6x6s. And then this one has napkins. And this one has things like stationery, some books, some cards, that sort of thing. And then below there, I just have some more books and, things that hopefully someday I'll make journals out of. So I'll kind of come back so you can see that whole area. So that's that wall. So then in the closet, I still have to share my craft room with the cat. I did manage to get the food out, but her litter box is still in here. So that's unfortunately what I have down on the floor. I've got envelopes and some fabric in there. I have some laces and some dyed papers, and I have a little thing that I iron on and things that when I take pictures of what I've made, I put it on that. A few drawers here with some, doilies, some templates, things that I found at thrift stores mostly. some stencils, and then over here are the few paints and things like that that I have. And then I have some more books that I pull from, and a stack of papers like music paper, notebook paper, ledger paper, things like that are here. The iron that I use for my crafts. And then these are my stamps that I have. I will be redoing these. My friend Donna has shown me some things that she's been doing with hers, and I really need to do it. It's just I haven't had the time yet. And then I just store things. I try to keep them categorically stored in these sorts of bins. So I have a few embossing folders, and then I have cards and, you know, just things like sequins when I want to do a shaker of some sort. Bits and pieces of things. Twine. And then I have some envelopes, and these are a lot of photos that I've gotten from the wonderful Dale at Not Too Shabby Chic. I have to show you guys. I said, sorry about the quick movement. I've been working on organizing my laces, and so here, and here are some of the ones that I've been doing. So these boxes, I just did it on file folder. So it took me a really long time, I have to tell you, because they were everywhere. Every time I thought that I was done, I would find another bag of laces or something like that. Okay, slowly moving. I won't show you those. It's more of the same. So just some things, bits and pieces. Up here, I have a pile of Christmas stuff, file folders I grabbed from. I've got wallpaper in there and fabric bits in there, and what's in there? It looks like cardboard pieces, and then I have trims in that old sewing box. And then up in here I've got folded fabrics, and this is just an assortment of different craft supplies that I've had. I've got my leftover railroad tracks that I had from my railroad journals. Anyway, just an assortment of things that I've had for years and years that I don't necessarily use for my journals, but okay. So I will stand back so you can see how my closet is kind of organized from afar. So that's how I have that. And then I'm just going to leave these two little things on here for right now. We'll talk about this thing real quick. I purchased this a couple of months ago, and I have to tell you, it has made all the difference in the world. I don't store a whole lot of stuff in it. I've got some Tim Holtz die cuts in there. I've got bags and tissue paper, I think. And I don't even know if I have anything in this one. Oh, there's some of the things that I've made. You know, I was wondering where that stuff was. That's so funny. Oh my goodness. Okay, so there's that, and then there's nothing in this one. Okay, but I love this thing because it has made all the difference in the world when I'm working on a project. If I keep it clean like that, it becomes where I stack stuff as I'm working on my desk, and my desk gets all piled up. I actually usually have it sitting right here. So let me pull it over. I'm hoping this isn't too much movement for you guys. I'm so sorry. So normally I have it sitting here like this. So it's kind of an extension of my desk. And when I'm sitting at my desk, all I have to do, if I need something in the drawers or on the lower shelf, I just move it like this and grab it, and then I move it back. Okay, so having said all of that, I read a lot of really bad reviews on it. I read that the wheels break off. I have a hardwood floor, so it rolls around just fine, and I think people were putting them and moving it on carpet, and it was breaking. So I do not suggest it if you are gonna move it around, or if it's gonna be on carpet. I cannot recommend it, but it's working fine for me. Okay, so then over on this wall, I have my stamps and stamping pads and things like that there, a little bit of embossing powder. I put my glues and things like that there, some markers, some extra buttons, and then that's my outside little deck. So that's outside. The high school's right across the street over there where my daughter goes, so that's nice. Okay, and then here on these shelves I have recipe cards and things like that, and then library cards, those, and index cards. And then here I have my colored papers, you know, like cardstock, and I have them color coordinated, so when I'm looking for a scrap of a certain color, it's easy to find. And then I have things kind of in the back that I bought when I first got started and I never use. And a few things that I've purchased digitally and haven't used. So here are my stamps, the block kind of stamps that I have. Almost all of them purchased from thrift stores. And so that goes down. I actually have a few empty drawers, believe it or not. There's nothing in this, I just really like it. Some bits of, you know, laces and things like that that I grabbed from. Here's more of this is the one that I grab when I'm working on a journal. I pull this drawer out and I just take it over to my desk and grab from it like that. And then these are just bags and like plastic if I ever want to do something see-through. And then stickers and odds and ends. There's envelopes, cards, some stationery, that sort of thing. Oh gosh, I hope this is okay for you guys. And then same here, just odds and ends. And then the bottom drawer is kind of heavy, but it just has paper, like parchment paper, things like that I found at thrift stores. So let me back up this way. So then this is the wall, you know, next to the desk. That's the calendar that I made, you know, collaged over the top of the calendar. So then my shelves here, I have just the bits and pieces of things like brads and extra buttons and, you know, just stuff like that. And some little, those little tear-shaped stamp pads, bookbinding stuff, and my hand is in the way, and flosses up there in the top. And then I just have a few little golden books up in here. This is a journal set that I made when I first got started, and I really still like the journal set, but I don't really like the pages on the inside, so I'd like to redo it. But I even made a box for it to go in, and I really loved the box. I don't remember at all how I made it, but I think the journals are cute on the outside. Just a few extra little kid books up there at the top. This wall over here, I like embroidery, so I just thought I'd do an embroidery wall, but it might have to come down at some point so that I can put more supplies on shelves. I don't know. And so that's my threads I keep right there. Okay, so then this unit here I found at an actual furniture store that is local here in Spokane. I believe it is Walker's Furniture. So it's not something that you can just order from a craft store or something like that. Walker's Furniture in Spokane is where I found it. I've had it for probably a couple of years already, so, or maybe a year and a half. So I don't even know if it's still available, but I keep my papers in the iris boxes there. And then I have storage down at the bottom. I added those bed risers underneath it. And in order to give myself even more space, I had my husband put wood on top of them so that I could anyway, it was just, those bed risers aren't made to be like up against a wall or anything. So he did that for me so that it would work better. But down in there, I have my old, what are they? Sizzix dies and a few of my, you know, the old ones are in there and over in there. And then this one are the newer flat ones. So, and then in these drawers I have just, you know, those things. And then here I have that kind of stuff. And then here are more of those. And honestly, I don't use them. I thought I would use them, but I don't. Okay, you guys, I actually think that's pretty much it. I've shown you everything. Oh, well, so my desk. Okay, you guys have to know that my desk is normally piled high. I cleaned it just for you. And those things that I don't have a place to put away, they're actually on my bed right now. So in here, I just have some bits and pieces, things like this. Here I have my paper cutters. Down here I have laces, old tablecloths, that sort of thing. On this side, they're actually kind of hard to pull out. My computer sits in there, and I can't even think of what's under my computer. Chipboard. I think I keep my chipboard in there. And then this one I have to pull out that direction because my plug is right there and in the way. But I keep things like hot glue and stuff like that in there. I think that's it. And then this is where I keep notes. Like that's my, remember this, Stephanie? So-and-so said this in her video. All right, so I think that's it. Just one last little bit. I hope you guys like it. I said I would do a tour after we got the wood floors put in, and that's been, since October. So I finally got everything situated in such a way that I could do it. Oh yeah, and then my sewing area is right there, a little bit extra papers and stuff like that down in there. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you soon. Bye.